Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the entrance of the University of South Carolina Upstate faculty.
Turn the page in that last book. Hurry, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the University of South Carolina Upstate officials, members of the Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education, members of the USC Board of Trustees, the Chancellor, Tom Moore, and the President, Harris Pastides.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem, which will be led by Mr. Jamarcus V. Littlejohn, a senior at USC Upstate. Following the national anthem, Reverend Will Malambry, pastor of St. James United Methodist Church in Spartanburg, will offer the invocation. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Let us pray. Holy God, who gives life and brings hope, we praise you this night for giving us places of hope that inspire meaningful lives, places like USC Upstate. Here at the heart of a campus dedicated to expanding minds and horizons, we gather to celebrate what you have done in these lives through lecture and conversation, experiment and contemplation, practice and participation. Here at the intersection of roads that can take us into quiet corners of South Carolina or into the busiest places in our nation, our lives have intersected. And while we do not know today exactly what the future holds for any of us, we trust our future into your hands. Especially today, we entrust these graduates to you, giving thanks for all that they and others have done to bring them to this point. May they go wherever you would lead them and serve you and neighbor in ways that bring justice, peace, and joy. And so we ask that you join us now, Lord of liberating truth, for a time of gratitude and celebration, and of blessing the students, families, friends, faculty, staff, leaders, and supporters of Upstate and our community who are part of making this moment matter. Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Mr. Littlejohn and Reverend Malambry. It's a joy for me to share this platform with you on this occasion. Good evening, I'm Tom Moore, Chancellor of USC Upstate. Thank you for joining me at this commencement exercise for USC Upstate, completing our 45th year. Tonight we will recognize just under 800. The number I have is 796 graduates. More than 600 have graduated since we last convened here for one of these. Each year we graduate just under 1,500 students from the University of South Carolina Upstate. I ask for you to think with me for just a moment about the importance of this institution to this part of the world. What would this part of South Carolina be like without this fantastic institution? With the knowledge we bring, with our skills and capacities that enrich the lives and contribute to the meaningful and quality of life, the meaning and quality of life in this part of South Carolina. The future of this region depends on our future as an institution and our success. Please join me in a round of applause for this wonderful university and our ability to gather and celebrate tonight. I will introduce the folks on the platform. Joining me this evening are members of the University of South Carolina Board of Trustees and the leadership of the USC system. I will introduce the Board of Trustees first. Please hold your applause until I've had the opportunity to call all the names. When I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Mr. Miles Lodholt, Chair of the Board from Barnwell, South Carolina. Ms. Amy Stone, Secretary of the Board from Columbia. Mr. Chuck Allen from Anderson, Mr. Gene Warr from Lamar, Mr. Wes Jones from Bluffton, Mr. Thomas Cofield from Lexington, Mr. Tony Lister from Spartanburg, and Mr. Mac Whittle from Greenville. Ladies and gentlemen, these people serve this university. They volunteer their time, their energy, their talents to the furtherance of the mission of USC and the entire system. Please join me in expressing our appreciation for their good work. It's my pleasure to also introduce members of the Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education. Again, please hold your applause. I ask them to stand and remain standing. Mr. Tommy Young, Chair of the Commission, Mr. Sterling Anderson, Mr. Harold McLean, Mr. Charles Conrad, Mr. Alan Newman, and Mr. Mike Wood. Again, please join me in expressing appreciation and gratitude to these commissioners who volunteer their time and talents in support of USC Upstate. Also with us on the platform are Dr. Marcia Dowell, Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Catherine Canino, Associate Professor of English and Chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Frida Davison, Dean of the Library, Dr. Catherine Gibb, Interim Dean of the Mary Black School of Nursing, Dr. Charles Love, Dean of the School of Education, Dr. Darrell Parker, Dean of the George Dean Johnson Jr. College of Business and Economics, Dr. Dirk Schlingman, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Angie Davis, Associate Professor of Nursing, Dr. Shannon Polchoy, Assistant Professor of Spanish, Dr. Lori Tanner, Assistant Professor of Education, Dr. Wei Zhang, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, Ms. Larissa Martin, Sign Language Interpreter, Ms. Heather Young, Sign Language Interpreter. Please express your appreciation for these folks. My goodness, this is my first graduation at USC Upstate. What a beautiful place this is this time of year, and this gathering makes it even more so. I want to express appreciation to our facilities division who keep this campus looking beautiful, who are responsible for getting things set up for this occasion, and who contribute to this institution in multiple ways, other duties as necessary. I want to thank all of the faculty and staff of USC Upstate for all you do to help make this the wonderful institution that it is. And I want to particularly recognize the faculty who are with us tonight. Faculty, please stand. Hello. The heart of any university is its faculty. USC Upstate is blessed with a faculty committed to student learning and development, the ongoing pursuit of truth and understanding, and service to the community toward the good of all. Please join me in commending the faculty for their invaluable role in achieving the mission of USC Upstate and the accomplishments of those graduating tonight. Thank you, faculty. One of the great honors for me this evening is to introduce the 28th President of the University of South Carolina System, Dr. Harris Pastides. In doing so, I will underscore the great value accruing to this institution from membership in the University of South Carolina System. We're living in a time that demands ever-increasing levels of educational attainment for the citizens of our state, though ironically with decreasing state support to accomplish this most critical objective. As part of the USC system, Upstate participates in granting a very significant percentage of the state's baccalaureate degrees on an annual basis. These numbers and the economic impact and academic reputation of the University of South Carolina strengthens our institution greatly and positions us for outstanding higher education leadership in the upstate of South Carolina for decades to come. We're fortunate that leading the University of South Carolina through this period of growth and radically altered resources is President Harris Pastides, a man of measured determination, of great character and principle, of vision and energy, a clear eye and steady hand in an era of challenge and change. It is my honor to welcome to the podium our leader, colleague, and personal friend, President Harris Pastides.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Chancellor Moore. I recognize that this is your first commencement, and what a very special evening it must be for you and for us. I thank you for your leadership. I look forward to great things from you and from USC Upstate. I also thank you for whatever role you may have happened to play with the beautiful weather tonight. Graduates, you read and studied a lot here at Upstate, but your college experience entailed more than academic achievement. It was more than about books and homework. And you took advantage of the great facilities here, but your education was more than about the buildings and grounds at this lovely campus. It was most significantly about the people you met here. American higher education is the best in the world, and the University of South Carolina takes its responsibility in forging not only smarter people, but better people. Some of the people you've met here will figure prominently in your most important and enduring memories. I'm not only talking about your college memories, I'm talking about your lifetime memories. I speak from experience when I say that there's no time in one's life quite like college days. And you can never go back. Why is he telling me this now, you're asking, you're thinking. I already feel sad enough, you're asking and thinking. Well, I do that because I want you to recognize before it's too late, and it's almost too late, what you had here before you leave. I want you to find tonight and then tell some of the people who had an impact on you how grateful you are to them. Trust me, your telling them what you meant to them will be among the highest honors they will ever have. Maybe it's a professor you had, maybe a counselor that you saw, a coach that you played for, a parent who funded you, or a friend who supported you. Say thank you before the evening is over. Thank you for what you helped me to do at USC Upstate. And then, after a great dinner tonight, parents, probably an expensive one, turn your page and start anew. So many people wish they could start anew, and you have that opportunity tomorrow morning. So don't sleep in. Set your alarm. Unless you have something that calls you to rise even earlier, I suggest 7 a.m. as a good start to your day. That was not meant to be funny. And I also encourage you not to abandon some of the good habits you picked up here, like reading a lot. Harry Truman said, "Not all readers are leaders, but all leaders are readers." Use the tools from your education that you received to engage in civil discourse, to participate in civic society, to vote, always vote, and to contribute positively to your community in other ways. You've been given a lot, and now you have a lot to give. As new alumni of the University of South Carolina, you'll always be part of the greater Spartan community and the Gamecock Nation. You are bonded to us as we are to you, and we will always have a vested interest in your success. Think of how the campus has grown since you were freshmen. I hope you will agree to come back frequently to see the changes we have in store. Chancellor Moore and the administration, the faculty, the Spartanburg Commission on Higher Education, other partners, the Board of Trustees, and I have a lot in store for USC Upstate. Come back to see what's happening. I know we will make you proud, just as today you make us proud. Let me be the first to welcome you into the Carolina alumni family. Congratulations and Godspeed to one and all. Thank you.
The Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education provides very important guidance, direction, and support to the university. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Tommy Young, chairman of that commission, to bring greetings on its behalf. Mr. Young.
Good evening. I'm happy to welcome you to USC Upstate tonight on this momentous occasion. The Spartanburg County Commission for Higher Education is proud of USC Upstate and of its faculty and staff whose work enabled tonight's graduates to succeed in completing their education. The students graduating this evening can be proud of their diploma as well as the institution that stands behind it. I wish all of the graduates tonight the best of luck and hope your future holds an abundance of opportunity. We are very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Young. For many years, the Bank of America has made possible Excellence in Teaching and Advising Awards at USC Upstate. We are most grateful for this support. Presentations of these student-selected awards will now be made by Dr. Dirk Schlingman, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, followed by Dr. Catherine Gibb, Dean of the Mary Black School of Nursing. Dr. Schlingman.
Good evening. It is my privilege to honor one of our very best faculty members. The recipient of the award brings Spanish language, culture, and literature to life for her students. Her colleagues describe her as widely charismatic and inspirational in the classroom. This year's recipient of the Bank of America Excellence in Teaching and Advising Award is Dr. Shannon Paulshaw.
Good evening. It is my honor to present this award to an outstanding faculty member who has been with the University of South Carolina Upstate since 1982. She has consistently demonstrated excellence in teaching and student advocacy. She's a strong leader in the School of Nursing and has served as a role model for countless faculty and students. Her student opinion polls are stellar, and most recently, she was recognized by the senior class as an outstanding student mentor. I take great pride in presenting this to Dr. Angie Davis.
Research is an important activity for USC Upstate faculty. In recognition for excellence in research, we grant an annual award for scholarly and creative pursuits. Presenting this evening is Dr. Lori Tanner, Chair of the Committee for Faculty Excellence. Dr. Tanner.
Good evening. I am honored to be here tonight representing the Committee for Faculty Excellence. Each year, the committee selects an outstanding faculty nominated by his peers for exceptional creative and scholarly achievements. This year's recipient is an outstanding researcher who has earned international recognition. His many published papers in prestigious journals for international circulation and top bioinformatics conferences attest to his superb productivity. He has frequently served as a reviewer for major journals and conferences and has been invited to serve on the editorial board for the Journal of Bioinformatics and Sequence Analysis, Journal of Intelligent Learning and Systems of Application. Another indication of his status as an outstanding researcher is his high-grade membership in esteemed scientific and professional organizations, including the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers Computer Society, Association for Computing Machinery, and the International Society of Intelligent Biomedical Medicine, where he was admitted as a fellow member because of his outstanding achievements and was judged an expert and recognized by respective fields. In addition to his accomplishments, he regularly includes students in his research. No other USC Upstate faculty member has ever won more Magellan Scholar Awards. He is dedicated to his teaching and always puts students first. Please join me in honoring Dr. Wei Zhang as this year's recipient of the annual award for scholarly and creative pursuits.
Thank you, and congratulations to all faculty award recipients. I next have the distinct privilege of introducing a gentleman who believes that there are two things that are invaluable in a person's life: faith and education. And throughout his life, he has been focused on those two things. His affiliation, loyalty, and dedication to USC span more than 50 years and have no signs of waning in the near or distant future. The Honorable Herbert C. Adams currently serves as Chairman Emeritus of the Board of Trustees of the university. He's been the 8th Judicial Circuit representative on the board since 1984, and during his tenure he has served on multiple committees, was Vice Chairman from 2000 to 2004, and served as Chairman from 2004 to 2008. He graduated from the university in 1964. Mr. Adams is a lifelong resident of Lawrence County. He has worked in various capacities there and made immeasurable contributions through his church and civic organizations, having led most of the most important of those. He and his wife, Gwendolyn, have 3 children and 10 grandchildren. It's a great privilege to present Mr. Herbert Adams, a true friend of USC Upstate, a loyal contributor and supporter of this fine institution. Please help me welcome Mr. Herbert Adams.
Chancellor Moore, President Pasides, faculty, my friends on the board, and my friends on the commission. And most importantly, the class of 2012. 48 years ago, I sat in a chair on the horseshoe at USC Columbia, waiting for a speaker whose name I do not remember to complete a speech about what I also cannot remember. So I wanted to get my degree and go to work. I think I know how you feel tonight. 45 years ago, in Spartanburg General Hospital, what we know as USC Upstate was founded. Today, as you approach the campus, the first place that you see is the John Stockwell Administration Building, named for a gentleman who expanded the vision for USC Upstate. The first building on campus was this one. In 1975, I took a continuing ed program in the basement classroom. It was in this building that USC Upstate began its 4-year degree program. You know, today, as you look at various campus locations, you get a glimpse of the tradition and the character for which USC Upstate stands. On East Campus Boulevard, and you can see it from here, is the Rotary International Peace Park, a gift to USC Upstate from a Rotary Club here in Spartanburg. You know, Rotarians try to employ a four-way test of what they say and what they do in their civic life and business life. And that test has 4 questions. The first question is it the truth? The second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Rotary's 4-way test, in my mind, and USC Upstate's ambition, have at their foundation truth and justice. This park given by Rotary is more than a pretty place. It welcomes everyone to Upstate and challenges all of us to do justice. Next, we see the Hodge Building, named for a man who dedicated his life to this institution. The Hodge Center was recently renovated by a generous gift from an Upstate graduate, Ms. Dodie Anderson. Most of you, or most people that enter the Hodge Center, see a lovely building with a very attractive interior. but we can see so much more. Because as Ms. Anderson was contemplating her original gift to USC, the Clinton, South Carolina business sharing her name burned. The fire destroyed more than a building. It also destroyed the jobs of hundreds of workers. Displaying a commitment to those employees, Ms. Anderson delayed the announcement and the gift to the university, saw that that plant was rebuilt and that her employees were put back to work. So when we walk through that center, we see so much more than a beautiful interior. We see a beautiful heart of a lovely lady who has shown us all what mercy looks like. Then traveling beyond the Hyde Center, we're impressed by the view of many, many beautiful buildings. This campus is a gorgeous place. We look at the Olin Salisbury Campus Life Center, the Horace Smith Science Center, the Education and Wellness Center, the Cleveland Harley Baseball Park, and off campus, the George, the Center for, or the College for the Business and Economics. Now, I could name them all, but we'd be here all night, so I'm going to stop with that. All of these buildings are evidence of generosity and surely the source of many fond memories for you graduates. One fond memory that I have was created in a building that is not only, it's only a memory itself. It's been taken down. The activities building overlooking what was then the tennis courts was raised, guess what? Student parking. And I can understand that. My wife, Gwen, and I had the opportunity at a post-graduation luncheon at that commencement to be seated at the table with a lady who had earned the top honor graduate for that year. She was either in her upper 50s or 60s. I didn't ask her age, and had just received her degree in one of the sciences. She had earned her degree while working full-time at a local textile plant, taking 5 or 6 years to complete. However, before she had begun work on her degree, she had made sure that her children had their education. Certainly, Gwen and I were impressed by her academic achievement. Being top honor graduate was something I didn't earn, I'll tell you that. But what was most impressive were her gentleness and her sincere humility. Whenever I look at that location, I envision her and the humility she displayed. In a letter to the governors of the 13 states upon the close of the Revolutionary War, George Washington echoed the words of the prophet Micah. And this is what he said in that letter. I now make it my earnest prayer that God would most graciously be pleased to dispose us all to do justice, to love mercy, and to demean ourselves with charity and humility. And he went on to say, without which we can never be a happy nation. My prayer for you, graduates, is that you have a happy life, one that will find you faithful to your alma mater's heritage of justice, mercy, generosity, and humility. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Y'all ready? I think it's time to confer degrees and congratulate our graduates. We have a tradition at Upstate of calling each graduate by name as they walk across here and shake hands and get congratulated. It's important that we're able to honor each graduate, and that means those people here to celebrate with each graduate should be able to hear the name of their student called. Please refrain from loud and prolonged expressions of joy and celebration when a particular name is called. I assure you, we will celebrate collectively after all the names have been called and let out all of that enthusiasm that I know we all share. The USC Upstate Alumni Association will provide each graduate with a photograph of the moment they are congratulated. If you wish to take your own picture, please do so from where you are or outside the cordoned off areas on each side of the area. The Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs, Dr. Marcia Dowell, will present the candidates for their degrees. Dr. Dowell.
The deans will present the candidates for degrees from their respective colleges and schools. Dean Dirk Schlingemann will present the candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for the following degrees please rise and remain standing? Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science. Dr. Dowell, these candidates and others who are not with us tonight have met all of the requirements for the degrees. And on behalf of the faculty, I present them to you.
Dean Darrell Parker will present the candidates from the George Dean Johnson Jr. College of Business and Economics.
Will the candidates for the following degree please rise and remain standing? Bachelor of Business Administration. Dr. Dowell, these candidates and others who are not with us tonight have met all the requirements for their degrees, and on behalf of the faculty, I present them to you.
Dean Charles Love will present the candidates from the School of Education.
Will the candidates for the following degrees please rise and remain standing? Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Science in Special Education, Master of Education. Dr. Dowell, these candidates and others who are not with us tonight have met all of the requirements for their degrees, and on behalf of the faculty, I present them to you.
Interim Dean Catherine Gibb will present the candidates from the Mary Black School of Nursing.
Will the candidates for the following degree please rise and remain standing? Bachelor of Science. Rowdy bunch. Dr. Dowell, these candidates and others who are not with us tonight have met all the requirements for their degrees, and on behalf of the faculty, I present them to you.
President Pastides. These candidates have met all requirements for their respective degrees. On behalf of the faculty and on the recommendations of the deans, I present them to you for the conferring of degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in the University of South Carolina, by the people of this state, acting through their representatives in the General Assembly and on the Board of Trustees of this institution, and on the recommendation of the faculty thereof, the university confers upon you the degree for which you have been recommended, together with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, one and all.
Dr. Dirk Schlingmann, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Would you please join Chancellor Moore and President Pastides in recognizing the graduates from your college? The Bachelor of Arts degree. Anna Isabel Agudelo. Jessie Leanne Ammons, cum laude. Parker Drake Anderson. Alicia Yvette Banks. Cedric Barber. Latika Shakia Beasley. Joseph Robert Begley. Jasmine Marissa Belk. Jeffrey Linnell Bennett. Aaron Ware Benson. Candace Sophia Biggs. Anthony Harold Bishop. Stephine Nicole Blanchard. Ashley Elizabeth Bobo. Corey Daniel Bohan, cum laude. Akeisha Kiara Boyd. Christina Lee Brown. Laura Marie Burgess. Janika Letitia Bird. Kenneth Stephen Cardell Jr. Stephen Joseph Carter, cum laude. Kia Shamia Chandler. Christina Diane Chappell. Caroline Jepchumba Chaluli, cum laude. Shun Wen Ching, magna cum laude. Amanda Elizabeth Compton. Carter Keys Cook. Philip Ward Cox. Asha Marie Daniels. Lloyd Coe Dantzler, cum laude. Travis Germain DeBerry, magna cum laude. Caitlin Claire DeZern, cum laude. Bryant Levant Dozier. Christopher Onariti Epkera. Jason Linnell Estrada. Dominique Simone Finley. Stephen Patrick Fisher. Rhonda Chanel Flynn. Matthew Scott Forrester, cum laude. Raven Chanel Francis. Brittany Chantel Fayal, cum laude. Gabrielle Yasmin Garner, magna cum laude. Lauren Clarissa Giles. Daphne Michaela Glenn. Parrish Jamal Goggins. Lindsay Grace Gregg. Matthew Allen Gumpel. Itoria Shanice Hallams, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ray Hammer, cum laude. Kimberly Ann Hare. Katrina Abigail Harris. Sharon Patrice Harris. Shira Hope Gaffney. Derek Lameek Haynes. Vivian Jean Marianne Hodgkinson. Adam Sullivan Horn. Jessica Lee Howells. Amanda Lee Jett, magna cum laude. Jessica Taylor Jones, cum laude. Ariel Royshawn Keaton. Ruby Perry King. Elizabeth Noel Lawhorn, cum laude. Daisha Tranielle Level. Chancey Louise Lewis. Jana Lane Lewis. Caitlin Jade Lindler, summa cum laude. Alexandra Katrina Lipman. Jamarcus Vincent Littlejohn. William Aaron Louder, magna cum laude. Taylor Dustin Luker. David Jordan Hines Manigo. Adam Blake Mast, cum laude. Elizabeth Brooke Jones McCombs. Mackenzie Elise Merritt. Victoria Ladoris Missouri. Farida Jarami Mogadashi. Jason Michaels. Lindsay Barrymore, magna cum laude. Lisa Marie Neal, cum laude. Alexis Sabella Nye, cum laude. Ana Maria Osuna, also receiving a degree in Bachelor of Science in Business. Matthew Owens. Sarah Elizabeth Owens. Matthew Kyle Paff. Jennifer Ryan Parks. Tracy Deanne Patillo. Sarah Brooke Purnell. Thomas Keith Phillips, John Jermaine Pitts, Harley Clark Porter, cum laude, Courtney Rashonda Randolph, Catherine Suzanne Reed, Jessica Lucinda Rentz, cum laude, Michael Paul Rigsby, Anna Taylor Rivers, Wanda Marie Sanders, Keith Nelson Schaefer, Rakita Shanice Simon, Dana Monique Smith, Lee Antion Smith, Nicholas Scott Spencer, magna cum laude, Preston Paul Stelly, Kelly Malene Strain, Christopher Glenn Stricker, Matthew Lee Tabor, Garrett Lorenzo Teasley II, Jaquana Nicole Terry, also receiving a degree in Bachelor of Science, Elizabeth Ann Tevault, Elizabeth Morgan Thomas, John Wesley Thomason, Brittnicia Takia Thompson, Chelsea Amber Thompson, Dia Anderson Davis, Michelle Lee Wilhite, cum laude, Jonas Carandong Tolentino, Mary Ellis Trujillo, Chloe Marie Turner, Lisa Ullman, Melissa Ann Veal, Leslie Marie Ward, Alexandria D. Watts, Maggie Renee White, cum laude, Dana Michelle Wilkins, Asia Shaylee Williamson, Ikea Nicole Wilson, Catherine Dodd Yarborough, Jen Wing Zhen, cum laude, the Bachelor of Science degree, Antonio Wesley Adams, Mary Helen Alexander, Ardelia Ashante Allen, Randall Ladriel Bell, Veronica Pavlovna Bellis, magna cum laude, Ivy Nicole Blair, Terry Sinkfield Bauger, Brittany Shanae Bolden, Megan Victoria Burkowski, Tara Nicole Brown, Monica Elizabeth Bryson, Christian Nicole Cannon, Kanisha Keensha Canty, Corey Melissa Cantrell, James Cardona, Misty Elise Chapman, Jennifer Marie Chapman, summa cum laude, Leslie Michelle Chastain, cum laude, Candace Mercedes Choice, Tiana Vernice Colston, Kellen Michael Davis, Jonathan Lee Deal, Stephanie Condija de Graffenried, Brandon Christopher Dill, Akita B. Douglas, Johann Sebastian Duran, Kayla Danielle Edmonds, Quentin Nakon Ellison, Daniel Joel Farr, Patricia Turner Finley, Raymond Harry Ford, Sally Leanne Gallman, magna cum laude, Aslan Marquet Garris, cum laude, Joseph Allen Garrison, Monique Elise Goldman, Sierra Renita Andrea Gouldsby, Justin Daniel Goyette, Brandon Marshall Graham, Allison Emily Greer, cum laude, Ian Cole Haley, Mary Rebecca Hamby, Danny Ray Harrison, Rantrika Linshay Heller, Kevin Lawrence Helton, Darren Martin Hess, Timothy Brian Hayward, Trenton Michael Howard, Catherine Gray Howells, Jordan Lee Hudson, James William Jackson, Justin Ryan James, Michael Anthony Jenkins II, Brian Keith Jennings, Matthew Lynn Johnson, Randy Karshif Johnson, Morgan Ray Cooper Jones, Megan Lauren Kelly. Jared Stephen Keller. Ryan Jeffrey Coughlin. Alyssa Marie Krebs, cum laude. Jennifer Lauren LaMonica, magna cum laude. Zachary Shane Langston. Gregory Michael Lanier. Zachary Thomas Lee. Tyler Dwayne Lewis. James Kevin Lindsay II, magna cum laude. Michael Bruce Littlejohn. Alice Pauline Luna. Julian Covington Knox. Frederick Jonathan Mack. Jonathan Boyd Marr. Megan Lynn McCartney, cum laude. Marvin Keith Means. Caitlin Logan Miller. Felicia Latrice Mills. Amir Hassam Mudaris, summa cum laude. Jessica Ray Murphy. Janelle Francesca Niles. Rachel Elizabeth Owens, magna cum laude. Kayla Nicole Patterson. Stephen Colton Pueller. Daniel Perry. Taylor Rebecca Poole, cum laude. Kenneth Stephen Price. Kelsey Lauren Queen, magna cum laude. Kimberly Natasha Ritter. Justin Uris Roberts. Carly Michelle Roop, cum laude. Kiana Monique Samuel. Amanda Abby Skilf. Lawrence Brandon Rowland. Amanda Teresa Schultz. Sarah Hill Scoggins. Elizabeth Marie Shattuck. Trevor Lee Shue. William Scott Silk. Angela Denai Spencer. Jeremy DeJuan Sullivan. Haley Brooke Sheehan. Brittany Masha Summers. Joan Jepskoski Tangwar. Avita Janae Tate. Morgan Alicia Thompson. Andrew Lee Trainum. Ashley Christine Wagner. Caitlin Faith Walker. Demetrius Monique Washington. Annabelle Catherine Faye Williams. Aaron George Winters, summa cum laude. Caroline Margaret Wood. Janika Vaughn Wright. Ashley Siobhan Young. Howard Lee Zaidama III. Aswimbavi Middleton. Nikita Santata Kinlock. Ashley Ruiz.
Dr. Darrell Parker, Dean of the George Dean Johnson Jr. College of Business and Economics. Would you please join Chancellor Moore and President Pastides in recognizing the graduates from your college for the Bachelor of Science degree? Regina Anderson. Arlen William Ashmore. Kevin Michael Bissett. Hannah Marie Bingham. Jonathan Michael Bittner. Brandon Alexander Blake, cum laude. David Gaines Bond. Stephen Francis Bosick III. Alexandria Elizabeth Britt. Andrew Stewart Broom. Cassie Lane Bryant. Candace Monique Bussell. Renata Caldwell, cum laude. Alicia Nicole Calvert. Anna Sophia Camberos. Kimberly Reyna Carroll. Kel Everett Chapman. Adam Browning Christie. Tyler Blake Comer. Tyler Richard Cook, cum laude. Charlindra Dean. Bindi Kaushik Desai. James Everett Doss. Yuping Du. Todd Joseph Edwards. Joseph Charles Edwards. Dorian Antoine Elmore. Mickey Eubanks. Cum laude. Wayne Allen Farrow, Jr., cum laude, summa cum laude. Kasim Fayaz. Carrie Teresa Ferguson. Grant Borden Fostmer. Colin Antonio Francis. Jason Adam Fuller. Kayla Diane Garrett. Michael William Galenders. Lakeisha Glover. Delia Lucia Gomez, cum laude, second major in communications. Mikhail Pavlovich Gorotai. Julianne Harrelson. Hakeem Jabril King, cum laude. Isani Kitawi. Jason Cordnese. Joseph Richard Lanzer. Nicholas Grant Langford. Victoria Shea Lanning. Josh Yin Lee. Eric Tyler Little. Whitney Ann Lawless. Gregory John Martin. Terry Alicia Myers. Amanda Lee McCall. Justin Bernard McCrory. Shavela Shante McDonald. Joseph Ryan Giles. William Andrew McGregor. Jeffrey Dylan Medley. Ashley Dawn Moore. Madison Andrea Morgan, cum laude. Mohammed Mustafa. And Joel Tyler Newton. Gipesh Nitin Patel. Vivek Tikendrabai Patel. Amberly June Petty. Christine Nicole Phillips. Allison Brooke Penson. Brandy Rogers Privat. Juduang Ki, Q. Ryan Lewis Rice. Jessica Kelly Robertson, summa cum laude. Christopher Andrew Rodriguez. John Chalmers Rogers, magna cum laude. Martin Joseph Sands. Randall Scott Satterfield. Mary Smith. Stephanie Michelle Sterling. Austin Jacob Sutton. Nicholas Dean Swint. Evelyn Kirsten Thomas. Faith Ann Tinsley. Zhuo Jun Wang, cum laude. William Christopher Ward. Carter Dillon Way. Jared Michael Westbrook. David Alexander Wheeler. Jan Weinholt, summa cum laude. Kristen Marie Williams. Yushu Wu. Okay, Dr. Charles Love, your turn. Dean of the School of Education, would you please join Chancellor Moore and President Pastides in recognizing the graduates from your college, Bachelor of Arts degree? Ashley Morgan Arthur. Jennifer Oriana Baena. Brooke Allison Bagwell, magna cum laude. Emily Ruth Bales. Marissa Latoya Bailey. Philip Jonathan Baker, cum laude. Ashley Nicole Banks. Jonathan William Barton. September Hershey Benet. Leah Elizabeth Bianchi. Christine Keelan Black. Emily Elizabeth Boatwright. Krista Marie Bridwell. Ashley Maria Brown, summa cum laude. Caitlin Olivia Broyles, summa cum laude. Coleman Dondre Byers. Deborah Lynn Chappelle, summa cum laude. Amanda Marie Clark, magna cum laude. Brandon Wayne Craig, cum laude. Ashley Ann Davis. Andrew Dork. Christina Lewis Easter. Allison Nichelle Ellison, cum laude. Elena Elizabeth Escamilla, cum laude. Brittany Letitia Evans, magna cum laude. Stacy Rebecca Fanning. Victoria Ann Ferguson, cum laude. Carrie Ann Flynn, magna cum laude. Marshall Roger Fredris. Danette Cherie Gaines. Lauren Lee Gant. Angela M. Gilbert, magna cum laude. Casey Marie Granner, summa cum laude. Bridget Nicole Gregory. Amber Cherie Hamilton, magna cum laude. Kayla Ann Hawkins. Catherine Mumpower Henderson, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Aaron Hines. Sarah Shelby Lodge, magna cum laude. Rebecca Jane Humble. Hillary Maccabee Hutchison, cum laude. Frances McCauley Jackson. Lauren Elizabeth Kennerly, cum laude. Jocelyn Aldersi Koo, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Shelley Langford. Amanda Meade Lewis. Annette J. Llewellyn. Kimberly Ann Lynch. Chelsea Dillard Marino. Mary Lauren Matthey. Alexander Lewis Matthews. Caitlin Rose McCaustlin, cum laude. Serena Ann Minnick. Caitlin Chelsea Mulkenthan. Caitlin Joy Montz. William Hamilton Neely, magna cum laude. Tony Nicole Perry, cum laude. Gladys Patino. Alexis Nicole Pritchett. Amberly Evett Rauschenberger. Danielle Eva Regoni. Jennifer Neal Riservato. Deirdre Jameer Jones Robinson. Laura Elizabeth Resch. Alicia Ballou Roth. Alyssa Hope Rushing. Jennifer Ashley Serrett, cum laude. Leslie Ann Shapiro. Kristen Marie Sugars. Stephanie Ann Smits, cum laude. Christopher Kyle Souder. Hannah Brooks Stogner, cum laude. Chad Woodrow Thompson. Caleb Aaron Thrower. Tierney Jaleesa Tobin, cum laude. Cherini, sorry. Tanya Von Tam. Melissa Sue Trainum. Tanya Nicole Turner, cum laude. Megan Clarity Turner, magna cum laude. Alicia Marie Van Winkle, summa cum laude. Anne Elizabeth Wilson, cum laude. Laurie L. Witherspoon, cum laude. And now the Bachelor of Science degree. William Mark Behaler, cum laude. Daniel Tyson Chandler. Dedra Morgan Emery. Matthew Paul Flory. Amanda Ellen Gettings. Thomas Franklin Glenn. Shalyn Brian Harden, cum laude. Kristen Ashley Hood. Mark Bryant Hughes, senior. Janelle Leah Jackson. Sharon Dell Johnson. Brad Colby Kelly. Karen Natalia Martinez. Miranda K. Morrow, cum laude. Chelsea Noel Hicks Poole. Crystal Michelle Ramsey. Amanda Lynn Ray. Brittany Laura Scoggins. Kendra Lee Wallace. And now the Bachelor of Science degree in Special Education. Lynn Campbell Bain. Houston Lee Boyd. Gina Marie Delgado. Anna K. Johnson. Rhonda Owings Jones, cum laude. Courtney Michelle Knight, cum laude. Catherine Marie Krawczyk. Rebecca Christine Lyon. Crystal Barcelo Mullins. Brenda Eileen Ralston. Laura Suzanne Tucker. Chandra Michelle Tucker. And now the Master of Education degrees. Santosh Kumar Bomera. Karen Black Fowler. Jennifer Lauren Gahagan. Teresa Elizabeth Knox. Elaine Morgan. Laura B. Phillips. Carolee Spencer Russell. Wendy Price Sanders. Jennifer Collins Warren. Dr. Catherine Gibb, it's now your turn. Interim Dean of the Mary Black School of Nursing, would you please join Chancellor Moore and President Pastides in recognizing the graduates from your college? First, we have the Bachelor of Science degree. Leslie Shaquanda Anthony. Valerie Lynn Atkinson, cum laude. Christina Marie Austin, cum laude. Amber Nicole Auten. Rebecca Nicole Banks. Lester Roloff Baruch. Janet Belanger Bell. Caroline Elizabeth Black, cum laude. Casey Lauren Blackwell, magna cum laude. Kelsey Ann Bradham. Stormy Lee Brissy, cum laude. Marion Alexis Brown, cum laude. Katie Marie Beckler, cum laude. Natalie Bueno. Lethia Marie Bundrick, magna cum laude. Hannah Ruth Caston. Catherine Theodora Chulkas. Zachary Dennis Cooper, magna cum laude. Constance Vernice Cummings. Britt Summers Daniel. Harley Sherry Dillinger. Patricia Ann D'Onofrio. Jessica Hannah Doster, magna cum laude. Brittany Lynn Edge. Natalie Edwards. William Joseph Egan. Corey Nicole Fedor. Morgana Reyna Fernandez, cum laude. Shaitis Moni Gadson. Francie Gaviria. Nora Nicole Griswold. Brittany Ann Hamilton. Anita Lynette Haney. Lauren Elizabeth Harrelson. Chelsea Nicole Harris. Christina Ann Heaton. Stacy Catherine Higdon. Natisha Cherie Hill. Elizabeth Liz Hisashima. Oni K. Hitt. Miranda Cheyannis Hunter. Rhonda Nichelle Hunter. Brenda Joyce James Pitt. Shakola Nichelle Jenkins. Brooke Blackwell Johnson, cum laude. Rondell Clay Johnson. Ashley Lynn Lancaster. Jeremy Wayne Lark. Juana Vang Lo. Charlotte Glenn Lomas. Ashley Sprouse Lopez. Michelle Lee Love. Sierra Danielle Love. Nancy Campbell Lynn, magna cum laude. Gina T. Mayer. Anna Elizabeth Malone. John Nicholas Mann. Heath Blakely McGill. Janina Chantrell Meredith. Sarah Ann Merritt. Chelsea Marie Miller. Aaron Hyatt Mitchell, cum laude. Mamta Mohan. Jordan Emery Nash, cum laude. Heather Nicole Nelms, cum laude. Marie Adriana Ordonez. Allison Nicole Orteza. Brittany Elizabeth Page. Sarah Elizabeth Parker. Caitlin Michelle Payne. Maria Lana Piralia. Jane Elizabeth Pruitt, magna cum laude. Rachel Lauren Ralph, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Stone Reynolds. Stacy Lee Savage, magna cum laude. Donnie Heath Shirley. William LeConte Slater. Carrie Lane Smith. Larissa Chicondra Starks. Ashley Colette Thomas. Tia Anders Thompson. Lauren May Walker, cum laude. Alicia Danielle Steen. Catherine Lee Wampole. Detra Leanne Washington. Rachel Louise White. Sumaya Arlette Wilson, cum laude. Katrina Janai Wofford. Hope Wilps Wolf.
So, is anybody happy? Let's hear it one more time for the class of 2012. I would like to recognize the people who are really here to celebrate tonight and ask you to stand, the parents, the spouses, and the children of our graduates. Would you please stand? This is Dr. Marcia Dowell's last commencement as Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at USC Upstate, a position she has held with distinction since 2007. Marcia will retire at the end of June and spend significantly more time with her family. I'm personally grateful to Dr. Dowell for her great work and assistance over the last year, and the institution is indebted to her forever for her good work as Dean of the Mary Black College, School of Nursing and as Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. I'm going to ask Marcia to stand and let us thank her for her good work and extend our best wishes. Marcia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Littlejohn will return to the platform and lead us in the singing of the first verse of the University of South Carolina alma mater. As Mr. Littlejohn joins us, I would like to thank the members of the Sparkle City Brass Ensemble for their participation in tonight's ceremony. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to Sparkle City Brass. Thank you. I would also like to thank those who pronounced all the names in tonight's ceremony, Dr. Jeannie Chapman and Dr. Mark Pruitt. Thank you, Jeannie and Mark. After Mr. Littlejohn leads us in singing the alma mater, Reverend Malambry will dismiss us with a benediction. Please remain standing for the recessional of the platform party, the faculty, and tonight's graduates. I invite everyone to join us in the tent behind the seating for a reception following the ceremony.
I